We're back here on the program, the platform, and speaking with Professor Rudy Tinker and Mr. Louby Georges today. And Professor Tinker.
Yes.
One of the reasons why we have the problem that we have is our proximity to Haiti, to northern Haiti. And there are a whole lot of Bahamians who believe that if we relax our immigration policy or make it easy, that we would be overrun by Haitian nationals. That is a fear among Bahamians, and you both can speak to that. Isn't that a real fear, Mr. Georges?
It is real fair to an extent, in my opinion, only to an extent. I mean, if we're going to relax our immigration laws, we're still going to put some things in place. It isn't like we're going to say automatically this, automatically that. You know, you're not going to come into the country and become citizen automatically. You're not going to be entitled to anything automatically. So we're not asking to relax any laws. You know, we need to protect our borders. We need to put some pressure on Haiti to protect its borders, because I don't see how we, as us, the Bahamas, we're an archipelagic nation. Lots of waters, lots of areas to cover. Haiti, the people are living from one coast. We know where that is. Why isn't the Haitian government doing something or putting something in place to watch one coastline? And if they're not going to do it, why are we not putting pressure on them to do it? Why not?
We have, and it's not in the national interest of the government of Haiti to do that. And countries around the world, they all do things in their interest, in their national interest. And it is not in the national interest of the government of Haiti to stop Haitian nationals from leaving Haiti. Indeed, it is in the national interest of Haiti, the government of Haiti, to get as many of those Haitian nationals in the Bahamas. And you can tell from the president of Haiti who was here the other day, who want an easy relationship, who want Bahamians to open the doors to Haitian agricultural products and want Bahamians to invest in Haiti and all the rest of it. They want an easy relationship.
Let me make sure I stay.
Haiti is one of the most impoverished nations of the world.
Yeah.
Haiti is a failed state.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes.
And it's going to be a failed state for a long time.
Let me get my let me make sure I stake my claim here, and I stake it very deep, so there's no conception to the 242 that I am in support of illegal immigration. All I'm saying is I really want to address the people that's been in this country for 20, 30 plus years, who's been here, who after going in several shanty towns today, tell me point blank that they don't have Bahamian residency, and they've been here that long. My argument to that is the government should have an amnesty and say, okay, if you've been in the country from 1973 or 1974 to 2004, whatever the case might be, and you can show some sort of a documentation, we will give you a path to residency. I'm not here arguing for people that just came yesterday. All I'm saying is, let's legalize the ones that's been here forever. Now, when it comes to border security, the Bahamas is stretched. There's a lot of borders.
Yeah, but what you are doing by proxy, by extension, you are giving legitimacy to a whole lot of people, Mr. Tinker, who were born here through no fault of their own. Their parents were illegal immigrants.
Exactly.
Okay?
Look at the United States.
Your parents were illegal immigrants.
Look at the United States.
You were born here. You are a part of a family of illegal immigrants. You cannot now demand anything from the government of the Bahamas because your parents knew what the law was. Okay? So you are being quite audacious. You are being very, very what is the word? To demand rights.
Now, who, when you said this demanding, who are you referring to?
The child of the two illegal immigrants.
Okay.
All right?
Okay. We all migrate from place to place. at different times.
The word that I wanted just now was presumptuous.
All right, presumptuous, that's
You're
a good word.
really presumptuous.
Okay, but all right,
let me to demand rights
let me get
when you know that both of your parents were here illegally.
Let me get in
so you should bide your time.
Let me get in battle mode with you. Let me get in battle mode.
Yes.
Several of the MPs of this current government has lived in the United States on some sort of residency. Several of them.
Okay.
Several of them.
Okay.
Okay. They might have went in the country illegally.
We don't know that.
Okay, but I'm saying there was laws in place to allow them to get some status.
You see,
all I'm arguing here now, and there's no reward for me for doing this. But this is a humanitarian thing to do. I think it's the right thing to do for this country as a participating member of the United Nations. All I'm saying is that whether it's one time in the history of this country, either to people that's been here so long, because there are many Bahamians that are taking and making use of these illegal people.
You are saying that because you're here long, that should guarantee you some right.
Not guarantee. An amnesty is not. No.
You should not be given a particular right
an amnesty
because of the longevity of your stay in the Bahamas.
Anytime you pass.
What do our laws say though in regards to applying for residency, citizenship, and other things?
Citizenship that you have the right to apply.
Okay, you have the right. I don't even.
You're not guaranteed.
Yeah, you have the right to apply for anything.
You're not guaranteed citizenship.
But amnesty is not a guarantee.
You see, if you were born in the Bahamas, two of your parents are illegal Haitians.
Right.
And you were born here.
Right.
You have the right to apply when you get to a certain age. You don't have the guarantee in the Constitution that you will in fact be awarded citizenship.
Okay, let's spin the question around. 1 second. Let's spin the question around. So what is the problem in doing it? Why don't you want to legalize them? Why wouldn't you want to legalize them?
I didn't say that.
Yeah, I'm asking you. Why wouldn't you want to legalize them?
It depends on if you're qualified. Yeah. You see, if you have a young man who, at the age of 18,
right,
is a child of two illegal immigrants,
right,
and the young man is a criminal.
Obviously. Now let's just ensure we get this argument clear. Obviously,
should be deported.
Exactly, I agree with you. Obviously, there will be rules in place of this stuff. Now, on a clear scope, on a 1-to-1 scale, everything's clean with this person. Why wouldn't, or do you even believe in amnesty? Let's start there. Do you believe in amnesty?
Well, you see, amnesty. Well, now you're interviewing me.
Well, I might as well, because you see, you're in battle mode. I got to get in battle mode too now.
No. You see, you came here with a certain supposition, so I need to disabuse you of certain notions that you have in your head. You see?
No notions. I'm here just to state a point.
The point is, and the only point that I make is that because you were born in the Bahamas, it doesn't guarantee you citizenship. And our laws are very clear.
And I agree
that
with
you
those.
apply when you are 18. That's all I said.
Okay.
I don't even agree that our laws are clear on that.
But let them stay this focus on amnesty.
Whether we agree to it or not,
the law is the law. The law is the law, and I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Now, if you say that we should amend the law, that every soul that is born in the Bahamas is automatically a Bahamian, then we can have an argument there. But that is not the point.
But what's the argument for amnesty? Do you believe in amnesty?
Well, amnesty is necessary in certain instances in order to regularize and to regulate certain things in your society.
Right.
Amnesty is necessary.
You think it's a necessary?
But if you are given an amnesty period to do certain things, that again doesn't say that you are entitled to anything.
Yes, it's a process.
It's a process.
Yes. We all clear on the process, and I hope the people out there are clear on this process.
Good.
But I'm saying, for the sake of these people that's been here so long, you don't think you don't want to make them a part of the community? But because number one, they're using the schools, they're going to the hospitals, they're using everything, and they're not contributing.
But they are.
How?
But they are, because some of them are residents, some of them are on work permits.
No, but listen now. See, I'm not addressing the work permit people. I'm not addressing the residents.
Yes.
I'm addressing the undocumented people. The residents, they're ready.
But they are documented. But they're documented as Haitians.
As Haitians, yeah.
Yes. There's no, you see, this thing about you're being stateless.
No,
that doesn't arise.
I never said the word stateless.
And you're not stateless, you're not undocumented. Because your parents should ensure if they wanted to observe some law,
right,
that you are in fact documented.
Right.
And you are documented as a Haitian national.
So
you see, I have a worker, a person who works for me,
right,
has a child who was born in the Bahamas, a Haitian national.
Right.
He's now a permanent resident,
Right.
and I love him as a brother.
right,
His child is a Haitian national,
Right.
and has the document to show that she is a Haitian national
Right.
living in the Bahamas.
Okay.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, so let me ask you something. That same Haitian national living in the country with this Haitian passport, can immigration arrest this person?
No.
Why not? Why not? They have no status in the country.
But it depends. If you
Depends on what?
You can go to the immigration department, and you can get a right to live in the Bahamas.
But you see, you know what? You say this like it's so easy to do,
yeah.
and you know it's not easy.
But
see, I'm very neutral person, but you know
Whether
this
it
is not
is
easy.
easy or not,
It's the law.
that's the law.
But you know it's not. You know the process.
It happens.
But you know the process is not easy.
It happens. My man goes to immigration, he fills out the form, and they give him certain documents for his child to remain here.
After how many
legally.
years?
Doesn't matter.
What do you think? It does matter.
So a person who's 25,
Yes.
was born here, raised here all of his life, applied to immigration for citizenship,
Yes.
is awaiting that long process for
Yes.
whatever
That is
reason.
wrong.
Yes. He has a Haitian passport in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Is he legal? What is he?
He is.
He is a what? What is he?
If the immigration department gives him the right to live in the Bahamas with a Haitian passport, then he's here legally.
So, but what does he
But you have
have?
to apply.
He applied for citizenship.
Yes.
But
An
he only
interim.
has a Haitian passport in his hand. What does he have to support that Haitian passport?
A receipt?
To say go to the bank. They're going to ask, where's your work permit or your permanent residency stamp? But because he applied for citizenship, and I know of persons who've done this, I know, I'm speaking from experience. Okay, I'm an expert at being a Haitian sometimes.
Yes.
Okay, so when this person goes to the bank, he doesn't have a permanent residency. He doesn't have a work permit because he was born here.
Right.
So now we're asking, if he don't have a work permit or a permanent residence, he has a foreign document, a Haitian passport. What is he? What status does he have? He only applied.
Haitian.
Okay, he's a Haitian, but what status does he have in the country? How does this young person?
He probably doesn't have a status. He's a Haitian.
Wow. He's a Haitian. We understand that part.
And if he wants a job, then he should get a work permit.
But we're saying
He should get a work permit.
He just said he
Yes.
applied for citizenship.
But he applied for citizenship.
But he didn't get it.
And
right?
then guess what? What immigration is going to tell you, this is what they tell you. Look here, this is what we're asking for. Let me know if you think this makes sense.
Yes.
Because I was born here, I raised here. Technically, you're telling me I'm not illegal. You're treating me as if I'm not illegal. You're accepting me to an extent. So I feel as if, okay, until I get approved to my citizenship, I'm a permanent resident.
Mr. Judges.
So why not give these people a permanent residency stamp while they wait
Mr.
on citizenship
Mr. Judges,
to go
Mr.
forward with
Judges,
life?
I am with you, and I will tell you that our government, as I said before, has
Needs to
been
be indicted.
negligent
Yeah.
Okay.
in this whole thing, and successive governments should be indicted for allowing these people to wait as long as they have.
I'm not even
Okay?
arguing the waiting
But
time anymore.
We have to deal with the fact of the matter, and the fact of the matter is, until you are regularized, you are Haitian.
You're Haitian. So basically, I'm getting from your argument, it is that the system is inefficient.
Yes.
Because I believe
I
in the
said
law,
that.
but I'm saying, so that is your position on
I
this.
said that.
So
It's grossly
negligent. And,
inefficient.
you know, I develop
It is grand failure
I
on the
develop-
part of successive governments that these people have been allowed to stay in this state of limbo for as long as they have.
And that's what I'm arguing. So know that I'm with you on this. This is what I'm
Okay,
talking about.
all right.
And I
But
develop.
you are arguing as though there is some entitlement.
No, never entitlement.
Okay.
And I teach this.
All
Never
right.
entitlement.
All
Because
right.
everything is a process.
Let's move beyond the
yes,
point.
please, yes.
The phobia, there's a phobia
It is a phobia.
in the Bahamas.
It is a
And
phobia.
the fact of the matter is that there are a whole lot of Bahamians, sadly, who do not like Haitians.
I agree, 100%. And the word
And that
Haitian,
is a phobia.
and the word Haitian itself is used amongst Bahamians themselves.
in a derogatory
this is what I told him, in a very derogatory way.
Yes.
You're outside there playing like a Haitian.
Yes.
You dress like one. You look like one.
Yes.
Yes. You know,
so that is the phobia that we have to deal with in the society.
On a daily basis.
How do we get over this phobia?
I developed a formula, which I was going to launch on another show, but I launched it on this show. All right, and the formula
is... the best show to do it on.
Right. The formula is H plus C, okay, divided by V equals E. Now, let me break that down, okay? Hope plus change will equal efficiency. So if you have enough hope to change the government and make them accountable, it will equal to efficiency. Because you...
Not necessarily.
No, if you put the right people in place.
Not necessarily.
I believe in this entirely.
No, we've been trying that for 40 years.
Well, a flip-flopping a coin, F and MPLP flip-flopping, and then the same heads back and forth. But the thing... But
so what's the point?
Understand what I'm getting at here.
Yeah.
Is the fact that I think in 2017, I think there's going to be a pivotal change in who might be governing the country. And I think the older generation might be out. But
not necessarily. And Mr.
That's
Tinker,
why I'm saying hope.
Mr. Tinker,
please.
We have to deal with a mentality.
But I agree with that.
All right?
I agree with that.
We have to deal with a mentality because you have FNMs who have a phobia about Haitians.
Right.
You have PLPs who have a phobia about Haitians. You have DNAs who have a phobia about Haitians. You leave it to some DNA people, they'll say, chase everybody out.
Oh, yeah, well, we know who that is. That's coming from the top.
Okay.
Right.
Well, I didn't say that. You
right,
said
I mean, that's it.
but we have to deal with the mentality on how we are going to build a nation, how we are going to progress as a people. And to get rid of the phobia. Because there is a Negrophobia.
Very, very much so.
And the Negrophobia, Professor Tinker, is hatred of black people.
Because of the, I would say, slave mentality, okay?
Okay.
You're one step a better Negro than the other Negro. So there's almost a class system in the Bahamas.
There is.
Good.
Okay.
So when you get rid of that negrophobic behavior, then we would be making some advances.
Now that formula I just launched here was not the formula to solve the Haitian problem. That was the formula on the national level of this country, because I really see a major shift in 2017. And I hope I'm a part of this major shift, because it has to come. We cannot sustain this type of governance.
But as long as you have the influx of illegal migrants from northern Haiti to the Bahamas, you always have this phobia.
Yes, yes.
Because we are dealing with peasants in the main.
I agree. I agree. That
if they were wealthy mulatto Haitians,
they would be accepted with open arms.
It would be acceptable to a whole lot of people.
Exactly, because
because they are very dark-skinned peasants from northern Haiti, we have a problem. Am I not right, Mr. Georges?
You're correct.
Right, hit the nail on the head.
Yes.
Because like I'm saying, you have Europeans that come here, Americans that come here,
everybody's here, man.
Pay for their way, they get their documentary, and they're here legally. But you could be from Canada driving down the street, you could have been here for 5 years. Immigration probably wouldn't stop you at all. You're white and you look right. But if you're from down the road, looking a little off, the shoes is on the wrong side, good chance you're probably Haitian. Let's stop you and apprehend you. Right. So is it a case of racial profiling? Is there a step of discriminating based on color?
It's just the phobia. It's just Negrophobia.
So you don't think it's discrimination?
No, and I would like to develop a point that the people who are involved in this, who are in these shanty towns, they have brought it on themselves. Let's take this break, and when we come back,
good point.
We are going to discuss that.